Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Race to 100. I am Rick Thorsell.
And I'm Yilpatang.
And we are on episode number 76. 76. 76. So today, we are talking a little bit about the the U.S. Court of Appeals, based out of New Orleans, ruled on a case in Texas regarding voting rights and their effect on the population.
So tell our viewers, tell them what happened.
So this was a case that's been in the works for the past 4 years. It's been going in and out of the court, and it finally got to the U.S. Court of Appeals. It may go to the Supreme Court at some point in time, but for now, the ruling from the Court of Appeals said that Texas, who had implemented strict voter ID laws, which means you had to have one of 7 forms of identification, which ironically included a gun registration card. If you were a registered gun owner, that would count as identification. But you had to have one of these seven pieces of information to be able to vote. Now, on its surface, people say, well, it's to prevent voter fraud. Now, the instances of voter fraud number in the dozens. Of the 100 million people who cast their vote, maybe dozens of cases throughout the country of voter fraud have happened, whereas the detractors, people opposed to voter ID law, say hundreds of thousands of minorities and poor people are disenfranchised.
I see. So basically,
because they can't get the form of identification needed to cast
so
their vote.
let me just I guess to sum this up, for those of you who didn't understand any of that political jargon Rick's just said,
I thought I made that pretty clear.
You make it clear, Rick, but you got to understand that the average person doesn't follow politics.
All right.
You pick up a thing or two from hanging out with you. Not everyone is as fortunate to hang out with you on a consistent basis.
All right, well, translate what I'm trying to say.
So basically, the state of Texas is making it more difficult for minorities and poor people to cast their votes.
Correct, by implementing these voter ID laws.
Yeah.
Because it may not, for you and I, it may not seem, and for those watching out there, it may not seem like too big of an inconvenience to have a form of identification. But you think about the poorest among our society, those who live within regions that don't have municipal centers, that don't have offices where you can DMVs or whatever, where you can easily go and get IDs. And there have been some great pieces out there by a lot of comedians who have broken down what the voter ID law means. And there are some instances where the DMV is open once a month for 3 hours in an area, in a poor area, which makes it virtually impossible for some of these low-income individuals to be able
a valid
to get
piece of identification.
And thus their vote is taken away. And it was made explicit, I believe it was in Virginia a couple of years ago, when that state implemented its voter ID laws, the Republican governor, I think it was Virginia, I'll have to double check, but said that the voter ID law that they passed will help win them the election.
The voter ID law they passed will help win them the election.
And that was one of the great achievements of the Republican Party.
And that's their way of trying to make sure conservative states stay conservative, or as Donald Trump would say, keeping America great.
It's the American, it's the 21st century form of voter suppression. It's an attempt to try and limit votes that you believe are going to be cast against you.
Jim Crow 2016. Okay. Man, I like how you broke that down, man.
Cool.
That's what's up, man. I hope you guys understood all that political jargon Rick's just spat at you guys. But yeah, that's some crazy stuff.
So anyway,
that's happening.
Yeah, and the U.S. Court of Appeals, just to be clear, said that is not constitutional. It was overturned. They said that
most of what we've done in this country is unconstitutional. Let's be honest. I mean,
the courts.
We can go into some side tangent and talk about that for hours, but
the positive thing for advocates for everyone being able to vote, now you can sign an affidavit saying that it would be an inconvenience for you to be able to get a form of ID. So it's a win, absolutely, because now those who physically can't get IDs no longer can be barred from voting.
Yeah, and I hope minority voters know that, because most people, again, Rich, that's what I hate about the laws. Most people don't even know what they can or cannot do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The messages, the information given to you regarding voting laws are so complex that people are just like, I don't even know what the hell I'm trying to do.
And then when you show up on the day
want
to
to
vote,
go to some building, cast my vote, go to work, or go home. Why is the state making this so difficult? And I think it's done on purpose, but
yes,
you know how I
it
am.
is. It
But
is
you know how I
done
am
on
with
purpose, and
conspiracies.
it's been made. It's no. I mean that is a conspiracy. That is true, because that has been talked about within conservative circles about how it's important for voting rights to be suppressed.
Speaking of conspiracies, do you think the police had anything to do with Tupac Shakur getting gunned down?
And thank you for watching our video. Make sure that you feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. We can't express our support for all of our viewers. You know what? This is a little harder than it looks to close out the show. But Neil, I'll throw it back to you.
Yeah, feel free to like, comment. Excuse me. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more episodes of Race to 100 and access to our YouTube channel straight up. None of this would be possible without the support of our viewers and subscribers. Thank you to everyone who tunes in, shows us love, who don't show us love. Special shout out to
We love you,
the
regardless.
muscles of our fans that make sure our hecklers don't have their way. You know who you are. And thank you guys for tuning in once again. I'm Neil Batang. Rix, would you like to close out?
We will catch you next time on the Race to 100.